Good afternoon, sports fans, and welcome to the Booth Field Complex for the 2013 Foxborough Youth Baseball Minor League Championship between the Giants and the Cubs. Sure to have a good game out here. It's a beautiful day. Matthew Orfanos led off the game with a strikeout, followed by a James Krause strikeout, and there's a double by Dylan Quinn. Big hit with 2 outs. I'm Brady Gardner here with Chris FYBSA. And Chris, what can we expect? What can we expect in this game?
Well, the Cubs come in as the #1 seed, and they've been destroying teams all season long. Came in #1 seed, playing the Giants, #7 seed. They had a little bit more of a difficult road to go in the playoffs here.
Well, the Cubs are throwing one of their best pitchers out there, Stefano Lancy. But the Giants getting a few hits off of him as Eric Christensen gets a single there over to the right side, bringing in Dylan Quinn from second, and the Giants are out to an early lead. Here's Ben Wasserman for the Giants.
And I was saying the Giants had a 6-game losing streak to end the year, but they've got a little bit of fire in the playoffs here, so this should be a good game.
In the playoffs, it's all about momentum, and it seems like the Giants sure have it. Should be a great game. Beautiful day.
Wasserman came up with a big single last night to help beat the Angels. It was a 2 RBI single to right field.
Nice pitch there by Lancy, keeping it low. Here's the pitch. Outside. In the minor leagues, you can only have 4 steals per game, so we'll see how each team manages that, what their strategy is going to be. Swing and a miss on that one, and Lancy strikes out Wasserman. 3 strikeouts already for Stefano Lancy, but the Giants have a run. Now the Giants will take the field. Looks like James Krause will do the pitching.
And Krause has had a very fine season. He's one of the best pitchers the Giants have. We expect him to go really as long as he can today.
This is the first of 2 championship games today. Right now, it's the Giants against Cubs in the minor league championship, and later today, it's the Giants against the A's for the major league championship. 2 great games. We'll see how it goes. The amount of fans accumulating here.
And Krause threw 3 shutout innings against the A's 2 games ago, en route to a 2-1 victory. That was a battle of the 7 and 8 seeds. Giants advancing to play the Angels, and they beat them 4-3. You know, Brady, the bases were loaded with 2 outs, 4-3.
Wow.
And they got the last hitter to ground into to third base to end the game. All these games full of suspense.
Yep, that's what it usually is for Little League playoffs. Ryan Jacobs warming up for the Cubs. Gonna come on leadoff hitter, probably. So for the Giants, we have Matthew Orfanos, James Krause, Dylan Quinn, Eric Christensen, Ben Wasserman, Matthew FYBSA, Mike Levita, Luke Ferguson, Mikey Foley, Brady Callahan, and Connor Callahan. Over at the Cubs, it's Ryan Jacobs, Luke Davies, Stefano Lancy, Donald Rogers, Zach Jenkins, Kirk Leach, Thomas Marcusella, Peter Fiumara, Patrick Penny, Jack Groves, and Charlie Barbary.
And interestingly enough, this is the 4th matchup of these 2 teams this year. The Cubs took 2 games, one in this very playoff, The Giants tied the Cubs. And here we go, game number 4.
They definitely know each other well. We'll see if that comes in to be a factor here. Looks like James Krause is just about ready to deal for the bottom of the first as Ryan Jacobs steps in for the Cubs. Here's the first pitch from Krause from the windup. A little inside on that one. That one's fouled back by Jacobs, just missed it. Another tip.
What are you doing?
1-2 count now. Krause getting ahead of Jacobs a little bit. Nice pitch, just missed the outside corner. Brings it to 2-2. Here's the pitch. Swung on, another foul ball from Jacobs. He's had a nice at bat. 3 foul balls. All fouling them straight back, not missing by much. Working the count well. That one's high, brings the count full. Today doing the umpiring, Claire Foley behind the plate and Connor Foley in the field.
Go James!
Here's the 3-2 pitch. And that one's strike 3. James Krause gets his first strikeout of the day on Ryan Jacobs, bringing up Luke Davies. Luke's a lefty. That one doesn't miss by much, a little high. Here's the 2-0. That one just misses outside. Davies knows his strike zone well. And that'll be ball 4. And the Cubs have their first base runner in Luke Davies, which will bring up Stefano Lancy, the pitcher today. Stefano in his last year being in the minor leagues. Next year he'll move up to the majors. That one laced down the right field line, but foul. That could have been trouble for the Giants if that one went down the line. But luckily for them, it rolls foul. 0-1 count. That's a nice pitch right there by James Krause.
Real nice pitch. That's a tough one to hit.
Throwing very hard, keeping it low. Trying to get some grounders, seems like. Just the 1-1, or 0-2. That one's fouled back.
So your hand goes like right there.
Here's the pitch from James Krause. And gets Stefano Lancy swinging on that one. Oh, but stolen base there by Luke Davies. Advances to second on the pass ball. And now the Cubs have their slugger, Donald Rogers, up with a runner in scoring position. We'll see if he can advance them.
I think the Giants will want to be careful here.
2 strikeouts already for James Krause. That one's in the dirt, gets by the catcher, but no advance for Davies. That one's low. Krause being careful with Rogers. He knows if he gives him one right in his wheelhouse, Rogers will give it a ride. So trying to pick the corners, but having a little trouble. And that one's ball 4, and he walks him.
Not a bad play there with a man in scoring position.
Brings up Zach Jenkins, another good hitter. That's a hard one over into the parking lot. Great cut there by Jenkins. He straightens that one out. Probably a single or even more. There's a strike from Krause. Getting ahead of Jenkins early, 0-2. That one's up at Jenkins' eyes. Not a bad pitch. Trying to see if Jenkins would chase, but he did not. That one down the right field line.
And I think what you're seeing early here is the Cubs having a little bit of trouble getting around on Krause. Seems to have real good velocity early on here.
One of the better pitchers in this league. Here's the pitch. Fouled back right near us. Jenkins staying alive well. Runners on second and first for the Cubs. Zach Jenkins looking to move him around with 2 outs. That one's lined out hard to left field, and that looks like it'll be over the fence. Zach Jenkins hits a home run in the bottom of the first inning, brings in 3 runs. That's a 3-run shot for Zach Jenkins, and the Cubs got to be excited with that one as he is hugging his teammates. Oh, now he's gonna touch home. There we go, and that's the 3rd run for the Cubs on that Zach Jenkins 3-run shot. Looks like Krause might have left that one over just a little bit too much.
He did, and that ball was hit hard.
Tough break for the Giants, but as we've seen, they can score runs, so we'll see. There's a pop-up over in foul territory. Kirk Leach, the batter. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss from Leach. Solid cut at that one, but couldn't make contact. Krause steps off for a minute. Needs one more strike here. That one's a little high. Giants still got 2 outs. Just got to get Leach right here. They'll get back to bat. That one a little low. Krause might be a little rattled from that shot from Zach Jenkins. Ooh, that one just misses outside, and Leach will run down to first. Kraus gives up his third walk of the day. Here's Thomas Marcusella. Cubs looking to keep it going with 2 down.
He's doing strikes out and balls, and he's doing the Cubs.
Kraus still throwing hard.
You can make it.
Here's the pitch.
All they need is some.
That one a low strike.
So
1-2 count. Here's the pitch from Kraus. And that one's just a little bit high. Kraus wanted that one. Close one. Kraus just needs one more strike to get out of this inning, get his team back at bat, and hopefully try to cut away at this lead for the Cubs. There's strike 3 looking, and the Giants will get back to bat, but not without 3 runs given up. And that, Chris, that was a really big moment for Zach Jenkins.
Yeah, it was. You know, the Giants were 1 strike away from getting out of that inning, and he just made great contact. Good hit, but, you know, one of the things that we've seen from the Giants team this year, they've always come from behind, so that they're never out of it, and they'll definitely not give up. But big at bat for Jenkins.
Jenkins is a pretty big guy for this league. Got a lot of power, and he showed it off right there. So let's take another look at that home run from Zach Jenkins as you see him celebrating there. Kraus gives him a perfect pitch, it seems like, and Jenkins takes advantage of that, gives it a ride out to deep left. And we'll see if he'll match that play with some, or that nice hit with some nice plays in the field this inning. Stefano Lancy taking the mound for his 2nd inning, trying to protect this lead for his team.
And as I mentioned before, the Cubs come in 3-0 in these playoffs. They beat the Giants in their 2nd game, and they come in well rested. The way the tournament is set up, it really favors the team that continues to go undefeated. And so the Cubs have the benefit of being well rested. I would imagine all their pitches are available today, and that's going to be it's going to be very helpful to them.
Giants are always a tough opponent, though. Looks like Lancey's ready to deal in his 2nd inning of work. So here comes Matthew Fasella, Chris's son. That one a close pitch from Lancey. Missed a little high. And there's a strike from him. That one looked like it might have slipped a little bit. 2-1 count. Here's a 2-1. That one lined down the right field line, foul. Nice cut by Fasella, just a little late on it. He'll try to start it up for his team, trailing 2 runs. That one's high. Brings the count full, 3-2. Matthew FYBSA working the count well. He's got it full. Swing and a miss on that one. Nice cut, but Lancey gets him. It's the 4th strikeout of the game for Stefano Lancey. Throwing a lot of strikes. Doing well. Here's Mike Levita. Played third base back in the 1st inning. Little stoppage here, but looks like they're ready to go. That one a little inside, but a swing from Levita.
And Mike has come up with some real big hits in the playoffs here.
See if he can have
Swinging the
another
bat
one.
well.
That one down towards third, and that one gets through between third and short. And Levita's on with a single. Levita starting it up with 1 out. We'll see if these Giants can drive him in, chip away at this lead. That one a little inside. Now at bat, Luke Ferguson, tall guy.
And Lucas had a great playoffs as well. He had one of the only 2 hits in the game against the A's. It was a 2-run single. Ended up being the game-winning hit as the Giants beat the A's 2-1.
That one's in the dirt. No advance for Levita. We saw how size and some power, of course, helped Zach Jenkins last half inning. We'll see if Luke Ferguson can do the same. That one a foul over towards the fans on the first base line. That one bounced down. Stefano Lancey charges it and throws over to first, but it's a wild throw. Oh, nice scoop over there at first base. And it looks like he got him.
His foot might have been off the base, but I guess not.
That was a close call there, but nice stretch over there by the first baseman. Kind of fully sure of his call.
Yep.
No argument from the coaches. 2 down now. Here's Mikey Foley. Let's see this play one more time. Oh, looks like he might have kind of grabbed it out of the dirt while having his foot on before tumbling off, but close call. Mikey Foley's got a small strike zone. Knows his zone well. Lancey wanted that pitch, but it misses a little high. Two count. Nice foul down the line there. Seems like a lot of these players, or a lot of these righties at bat, are a little late on the ball from both sides against Lancey and Kraus. Both pitchers have good velocity, showing it off. Having a little bit of a late swing for Mikey Foley, and the Giants will get back to bat and try to get some more runs. Or the Cubs will. Coming up for the Cubs, Peter Fiumara, Patrick Penny, and Jack Groves.
3-1 in the bottom of the 2nd inning here. Booth Field in Foxborough.
It's a beautiful day for baseball, not a cloud in the sky. Few games going on around us. Looks like a little conference out on the mound, probably thinking about how they're going to deal with these players. The Giants will look to add some more runs here, get to a little a bigger lead.
Wait, I'm just going to do the whole score.
And you know, I think this will be a pretty important inning for the Giants. The Cubs certainly have shown they can hit the ball, and the Giants don't want to let this lead get too big.
Definitely true.
I'm doing the whole score by myself.
As we've seen in past games, though, there is always time for a comeback.
It's never over till it's over.
James Krause doesn't really do a ton with his windup. Nothing really fancy. Just the classic leg kick, and it looks like it works well for him.
Yeah, he's had a great season.
Well, you can say whatever it is.
Definitely one of the aces for these Giants.
You know, they come into this game despite having played a handful of games this week because of the rain. Coach Marco Fanas has managed the staff well, and they'll have Krause as long as they can use him.
Looks like they're ready. Here's Peter Fiumara trying to start it back up for the Cubs. Nice pitch there from Krause. Inside, but in the zone. Swing and a miss from Fiumara. Another good pitch. Krause is ahead of him early. Here's the 0-2. And that one's a little low, but that's strike 3. And Fiumara will go back to the dugout as the 4th strikeout for James Krause, throwing well. Here's Patrick Penny. Ball there from Krause. Looked like he tried to aim that one a little too much. That one closer, but just a little outside. Ball 2. 3-1 in favor of the Cubs right now. In the bottom of the 2nd inning. Cubs will try to add to that lead right now. There's a strike from Krause. Gets Patrick Penny to cut at that one. One count. There's a nice pitch from Krause. Strike 2 and the count is full. Krause doing a good job to battle back against Patrick Penny. But there's ball 4, and Penny will jog down to first with the walk. So here comes up Jack Groves, a righty. Strike 1 there from Krause. Groves shows bunt, but can't put it down, and that's strike 2. Looks like that one just missed his bat. Definitely caught the Giants off guard there. Might have been able to reach base on if that bunt worked out. But unfortunately, it doesn't, and he swings and misses at that one for strike 3. Second,
Go ahead.
second strikeout of the inning for Kraus.
Yeah, Brady, I was going to say you brought up a good point. I don't think anyone's bunted against the Giants all season, so it definitely caught a couple guys up by surprise there.
Two down now. Bringing up Charlie Barbary. Last man in the Cubs order, but as we've seen in other games, that doesn't matter at all. That one's a little high. Kraus doing a good job keeping it close. Just having trouble getting the strikes called for him. And that's another example of it. And Barbary will walk down to first with the walk. Patrick Penny on second base, Charlie Barbary on first. Which brings up the top of the order with Ryan Jacobs. That went inside. Looks like this could be a little bit of a problem. 2 runners on with the top of the order up, but 2 outs for the Giants. All they got to do is get 1 more, and they'll be back to bat. Little stoppage here. Jacob steps back in. Here's the pitch from Kraus. That one up, tricky one, but caught by Kraus coming off the mound quickly. And he gets his team back to bat. Giants threatened a little bit there with 2 runners on, but could not finish it off. Little hope for them next. Well, there's some hope next inning for them with the 2, 3, 4 batters up.
That was a big pitch there.
Here's a replay. See that little pop up there? And Kraus getting out of his windup quickly. Gets over there to make the play. Not a ton of energy from either teams here. It is a hot day, so. And I'm sure when it gets closer and towards the end of the game, both teams will be right on the ends of their dugout.
So we're about to start the top of the 3rd here. 3-1. Cubs over the Giants. Booth Field, Foxborough, Massachusetts. Minor league championship game.
Looks like Lancey's ready to face the Callahan brothers. Brady first, and then Connor second. Then it'll be back to the top of the order with Matthew Orfanos. So here's Brady Callahan facing Stefano Lancey. That was a high ball.
Brady thought about it, but held the bat back.
Here's the 2-0 from Lancey. That one just misses, looked a little low. Callahan getting ahead of the count quickly. And there's ball 4, and Brady Callahan will jog down the first. Little life for the Giants now, as they've got their leadoff runner on. Bringing up Connor Callahan. There's a strike from Lancey. It's another one.
Oh yeah, no, it's the second.
Lancey gets ahead of this Callahan brother. That one's a little low and a little outside. Looks like Stefano Lancey was trying to get Connor Callahan to reach for that one, but he did not. And there's strike 3 looking, as Stefano Lancey gets the first out of this inning.
That's his 6th strikeout of the game.
Both pitchers throwing very well. So that strikeout brings up the top of the order for the Giants, Matthew Orfanos.
And Matthew's been hitting the ball real well here this year.
There's a high ball. James Krause warming up on deck, the pitcher. He's likely to get his chance to face his opposition this inning. Hopefully help his own cause. But right now it's Matthew Orfanos. He'll take that strike. Didn't like it, but it was there.
Matthew's favorite subject in school, he's got 2 of them, gym and mathematics.
I think every young kid's favorite subject is gym.
I think you're right.
Yeah. Definitely the majority of the kids do.
Yep.
Here's the pitch from Stefano. And there's ball 4. Orfanos working the count well. Gets himself a walk, bringing up James Krause. Time called by the coach of the Cubs. Probably a good idea considering one of the Giants' best hitters is up, James Krause.
And Krause had a rocket shot to left field to help beat the Angels last night. Over the left fielder's head, stand-up triple, and really carried some momentum for the Giants.
Cubs will bring their entire infield in to discuss how they're going to deal with Krause here. Runners on first and second here. Cubs ahead of the Giants, 3-1 in the top of the 3rd inning. Looks like the Cubs are ready, and Krause will step in. One down in the inning. That one down the line.
He's hustling.
And it looks like it drifts foul just a little bit. That was a pretty close play.
And that was fortunate for the Cubs because they weren't going to get him.
Though it probably would have been an infield single. It's not what Krause wanted. He wants to drive one, get an RBI here, get his team a little bit closer to the Cubs' 3 runs. Sees a strike there. Getting some encouragement by his coaches. Strong swing there, but misses it. Looked like he really wanted to drive that one, just couldn't do it. Luckily, in baseball, you always get another chance, and we'll see him up later this game. Here's Dylan Quinn, had a double last time.
And Dylan's just been hitting the ball great. Couple of hits against the Angels.
He's already got a run for the Giants, the only run for them this game so far.
He pitched a gem against the Angels, 5 strong innings, got the win.
Steal there from Brady Callahan on the pass ball. Gets there safely. 2 runners on here for Dylan Quinn. Look to drive him in, tie this game up.
And they were very careful with Dylan there.
Probably not a bad idea to walk him. He's a very powerful hitter. That loads the bases though. Here's Eric Christensen, got a base hit. Last at bat.
Drove in the only run for the Giants here.
Not happy with that check swing there. Knew it wasn't in his zone. Just a little over anxious maybe. Wants those RBIs out there.
Big spot for the Giants. Tough pitch by Lancey. Painted that corner.
Big situation here. Lancey deals. That was high for a ball. There's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Big at bat there, but Lancey gets the better end of it. Strikes out Eric Christensen for the last out of that inning. What strikeout is that for him?
And that would be strikeout number 8. Struck out the side in the first and the third. 2 strikeouts in the second.
Though the score may not say it, it really seems like a little bit of a pitcher's duel here. James Krause has 5 strikeouts with Stefano Lancey's 8.
Yeah, both pitchers have brought their A game, and that's what you expect to see in a championship game.
Both throwing very well. Beautiful day here at the Booth Fields. And there's absolutely no sign of rain.
For a change.
Yeah. This week's been specifically, more wet than usual, but.
That's for sure. That is for sure.
Oh. Turned into a great day for the championship Saturday, so. Looks like it's going to be another good one tomorrow as well.
That's right. Happy Father's Day early to all you fathers out there watching. So this is a pivotal inning here, I think, for the Giants. If you take a look at who the Cubs are bringing up. Definitely have some big bats coming up. And Krause is going to want to keep them close.
James Krause in his 3rd inning of pitching. Doesn't seem to be slowing down, though.
And my guess is that they'll have Matthew Orfanos ready to go to maybe pitch the 6th or sooner if his father and coach, Mark Orfanos, decides. Mikey Foley has moved behind the plate.
He's a pretty good catcher.
You're like, I'm calling a home run. They get a line drive down the first base. I thought he's like, I'm calling this home run. And then, and then basically load on my
So here's Luke Davies. Got a walk last time he came up. That one up towards the middle. Looks like Kraus tripped a little bit, but he makes the play over to first.
Great concentration there by Kraus.
Way to stick with that one.
Good hustle by Davies, too.
He's done a great job getting into his fielding stance before, after the pitch was, after he threw the pitch, and that one shows it. Here's a replay of that nice play by Kraus. Stumbled a little bit, but knocks it down with his glove, makes a play over to first. Almost, Davies almost legged that one out.
Kraus is a phenomenal fielder. He usually plays shortstop when he's not pitching, and he made a great diving stop against the Angels at a pivotal time last night. Almost turned it into a double play.
There's another grounder, that time from Stefano Lancy.
He's hustling.
Ooh, close one there.
Just by a half step.
Benjamin Wasserman makes the play over there at second base. Gets Lancy to ground out. 2 down this inning. And that brings up Donald Rogers. Walked last time. That one a little harder hit, as you can see. Wasserman makes a nice play. Gets it over to first for the out. That one a little low. Here's the pitch from Kraus. That one misses outside. Being careful with Rogers this time, just as he did last at bat. We'll see if it's the same outcome or if it'll be different.
I passed the ball with my right foot today. I'm proud. No, was that to me?
And a walk him again. Second walk of the day for Donald Rogers.
I like that one.
Rogers might have just started something with 2 down. And here's the story of the game so far, it seems. Zach Jenkins hit a 3-run home run, which is the only 3 runs for the Cubs this game. Kraus got to be a little careful right now. Doesn't want to repeat. Rogers steals second there without a problem. Second steal of the game for the Cubs. Now in scoring position with Jenkins up. That one low.
Looks like James is going right at him. It's missed on 2 close pitches, but first base is open.
He'll try to avoid the walk if he can. Doesn't really want to get too high into his pitch count, higher than he needs to. As you said earlier, they're going to try to stick with him as long as he can. Here's the pitch. That one inside. Jenkins has to get out of the way. 3-1 count. That one over to second base, Benjamin Wasserman. And he makes the play. That's the second out towards Benjamin Wasserman.
Another close play. 3 groundouts that inning.
Here's that last out over to Benjamin Wasserman. Jenkins gets out of the box quickly, long strides. Gets him just by a step though. And the Giants will try to bring that momentum to this inning. Lancy taking the mound again. His 4th inning.
When's your game race? When?
Score still 3-1. Game moving right along. Go to the top of the fourth here. You want to remind everyone at home, this is the minor league championship game. Cubs against the Giants.
Two great teams. We've already played half of this game, coming into the second half. Lancey dealing in his fourth inning of action. It'll be Benjamin Wasserman leading it off for the Giants. Made 2 plays last half inning in the field over at second base. He'll try to get it started for his Giants, trailing 2 runs. Foul tip there into the catcher's glove. Now an inside. Here's the pitch from Lancey, working in the windup. That one high for a ball. Wasserman knows the strike zone well, and he's showing it. There's ball 4, and the leadoff batter gets on for the Giants, bringing up Matthew FYBSA. Struck out last time on a good pitch from Stefano Lancey.
Fourth walk for Lancey today. Four walks versus 8 strikeouts.
Some pretty good numbers. His 4th inning of pitching. Swing and a miss there on that low pitch. It's like Matthew just missed it. Hard foul over there towards the Giants' dugout. It's his second hard foul of the game. Had one in his last at-bat. There's a nice liner out. Oh, nice catch over there at first base. Robs Matthew FYBSA of a base hit, possibly even more. Looks like a little bit of a leaping catch over there. Nice job by the first baseman. And that's the first out of this inning. Wasserman did a good job of not getting picked off at first on that catch. Here's a nice play from that first baseman. Line drive by FYBSA. Gets robbed over there by the jumping Cub. Here's Mike Levita. Had a single last at bat. It's a little early on that one. Looks like all the batters for both teams are coming up there ready to swing. There's strike 3. Lancey gets his 9th strikeout of this game, definitely putting up a good show for his team. Here's Luke Ferguson.
Isn't it if, like, let's say and then that could try to steal and they get him out? Isn't Luke up at the beginning at the start of the inning? Yeah.
Ferguson's got a strong swing.
But it kind
That one, a grounder over down the first base line, stays fair. And the first baseman touches the bag for the out. That one was pretty close to being fouled.
Yeah, great play by the first baseman. He grabbed it before it had a chance to roll foul.
He's had a few nice plays this game. He had that leaping catch. Here's a replay. That one just rolls right down the line, almost on the chalk marks, but stays fair. Gets Ferguson to ground out. So, as you predicted, Matthew Arfanos taking the mound for the Giants. Might be a little guy, but he's got a good pitching arm. Throws well. 3-1 in favor of the Cubs. Cubs look to add to that lead. Bottom of the fourth inning. Kirk Leach, Thomas Marcusella, and Peter Fiumara coming up for the Giants.
I thought James Krause pitched exceptionally well. 3 innings, 5 strikeouts. Really only one mistake all game.
It wasn't really a mistake. It was a nice pitch. Jenkins just got all of it.
Yep. And James Krause will go to right center.
Mikey Foley still catching. Coach Quinn for the Giants gives Orfanos a little piece of advice. Just like to give a little bit of a shout out here for Ryan Jacobs of the Cubs, his little brother. It's a birthday for him, so happy birthday to Ryan Jacobs, his brother. Turning 6 today. This is the first pitch for Alfanos. Line drive over Dylan Quinn's head over at shortstop. And that's a great way to start it for Kirk Leach. 1 pitch and 1 single. If the Cubs wanted him to start something up for them, he's definitely done what they wanted. Here's another look at that really strong hit there from Leach. Quinn made an effort for it, but over his head. Nice play in the outfield. That one bounces in. 1-1. This is Thomas Marcusella. Struck out looking last at bat. He's got a hard swing. Grounder over towards first. Picked up and, ooh, nice covering over there by Orfanos. The pitcher gets over to first to field the flip from the first baseman, who also made a nice play, getting the grounder and transferring it quickly.
Leach to second on the ground out.
Here's that last play. Hustle there by Marcusella. Also hustle by Orfanos to get over to first. Makes the play. This is Peter Fiumara, grounder over towards third. bobbled, and they hold the ball before throwing to first. Probably a better idea, as Leach may have advanced over to third on the throw over to first.
Yep, I agree with you.
Giants threatening now with Patrick Penny up at bat. Cubs looking to add to their 3-1 lead here in the bottom of the fourth. Quick hands there by Patrick Penny to get the swing around quickly. Just a little behind the pitch from Orfanos. Orfanos throwing a lot of strikes. That one tipped back.
He's really been throwing strikes all season. One of the strengths of him as a pitcher is he really puts the ball over the plate.
Giants definitely have a good pitching staff. Throw a lot of strikes. That one grounded over towards the Giants dugout. Patrick Penny having a nice at bat. Here's the pitch from Orfanos. That one just misses. A little low.
Go there.
Matthew Orfanos knows he needs to get Penny here, but that's ball 4. Patrick Penny will jog down, and that'll load the bases. Kirk Leach takes third, Peter Fiumara on second, and Patrick Penny now on first, with Jack Grove stepping to the plate. Big situation here for the Cubs. Orfanos has just got to relax, keep throwing strikes. And his fielders have to make the plays behind him if they want to stay in this game. Ball 1 there. Orfanos looks like he's releasing it just a little bit late, sending it into the ground a little bit before the catcher's glove. There's another example of it. Now it's 3-0. And there's a strike from Orfanos. Trying to fight back in the count. Not give up a run here.
How did you not know?
There's strike 2. Orfanos pitching well now. Looks like he might be getting himself into a little bit of a groove. Big pitch right here. That one just misses, and he'll walk the run in. Over from third comes Kirk Leach. Nice at bat there by Jack Groves. Works himself a walk. And that's the 4th run for the Cubs this game. Looks like his dad's gonna talk to him and the rest of the infielders a little bit now. With Charlie Barbary coming up to bat. This is the first of 2 championship games today. This is the minor league championship. Later, it'll be the major league championship. So here's Charlie Barbary. Little shout out to him. And Foxborough welcome. He's new to Foxborough. That went inside. Here's the pitch from Orfanos. There's a strike. Charlie Barbary looking to continue this momentum for his Cubs. There's a grounder over. Ooh, nice snag by Orfanos over to first for the out. But the run does score. Peter Fiumara from third. Makes it 5-1 in favor of the Cubs. Clutch ground out there for Barbary.
Great job getting the run in, putting the bat on the ball, doing what he had to do. Giants still not out of this yet, though.
Even if Orfanos had tried to come home, I'm not sure he would have gotten Fiumara.
No, and he made a great play, even to get the one out.
He was hustling down the line. Orfanos' only choice was to go to first, get the out there. There's a solid hit down the left field line, and that'll score 2 runs as he tries to stretch it into a double. Yes, that's a double for Ryan Jacobs, the top of the Cubs order, and looks like it's starting to slow down for the Giants here. 7-1 in the 4th. Still 2 innings though for the Giants. Ryan Jacobs with a big double there to score 2. Two down this inning. Here's Luke Davies trying to keep it going for the Cubs. Here's another look at that great hit by Ryan Jacobs. Right down the line. Bobbled a little bit out there, which let him get over to second. Here's the pitch from Orfanos. Fouled there. Matthew Orfanos doing a good job keeping his composure. Even though he's let up 4 runs, he's still throwing hard. Keeping his team motivated. That one's over towards shortstop and caught there by Dylan Quinn, and that'll end that long inning. But the Cubs get 4 runs, and it seems like Cubs have really had their bats going this game.
And that's one thing we knew coming in, is that the Cubs are probably the best, actually unquestionably the best offensive team, and they're really starting to show that now.
Back in the first inning, there was that Zach Jenkins 3-run home run. And right there, Ryan Jacobs with a 2-run double.
This wire, don't move it. There's a loose wire, all right?
Stefano Lancy going back out for his 5th inning. He's throwing well, though. 9 strikeouts.
Only 3 hits to this point for the Giants.
Giants have just had it working on every piece of their play, both batting and fielding. And they've got to be a little bit confident right now. It's still possible, though. Giants only need 6 runs in 2 innings, 2 at-bats. And it looks like their coaches are keeping them motivated in there, trying to keep their heads up, make sure that they know that it's not over.
So we'll start the top of the 5th. Seven to 1 here in the minor league championship game at the Booth Field, Foxborough, Massachusetts. 75 degrees, gorgeous day today. Today we all deserve after all the rain.
It's a Little Leaguer's dream today. Championship Saturday, not a cloud in the sky. Perfect day for baseball. Here comes Mikey Foley. Struck out last at bat, but he's going to try to get it started for the Giants right now. Facing Stefano Lancy for the 2nd time today. It's 2 balls there. One high, one low. Lancey's got to put one right between those. Mikey Foley doing a good job working the count in his favor. There's ball 4, will jog down to first.
Good job by Mikey Foley.
The Giants have done a good job getting the leadoff runner on. They've done it in the last 3 innings. Their only trouble has been converting that to runs.
That's right.
Here's Brady Callahan, fouls that one back. That one's high.
Brady walked in the 3rd and then stole 3rd base after getting moved over to 2nd.
He's got a good eye for the strike zone. 2-2 count. Swing and a miss there. That's strike 3. And Lancey's picked up, I believe it's his 10th strikeout this game.
Double digits.
Exceptional numbers from this pitcher. So here's Connor Callahan, the 2nd of the 2 Callahan brothers. Lancey's had a little trouble getting off to a quick start against his opponents, but he's been able to come back, it seems, a few times. Down 3-0 right now. There's a strike from him. There's strike 2, and just like I said, he's coming back. 3-2 pitch. And that one's strike 3, even though he got down 3-0 quickly. Lancey battles back and gets the strikeout there on Connor Callahan. Here's the top of the order, Matthew Orfanos. He's pitching currently, trying to help himself out right now. Low pitch there.
Lancey's thrown a lot of pitches. 11 strikeouts, a handful of walks, but he's still throwing hard.
Count. And for the 2nd batter in a row, it's 3-0 quickly. Swing and a miss there from Orfanos. Looked like he really wanted to give that one a ride. Swung hard, but couldn't make contact. There's strike two. Lancey battling back yet again. That one grounded over towards short. Donald Rogers has it and gets the play over at second to Mikey Foley, getting Mikey Foley out.
Great play. That's a tough play for a lefty at shortstop, but he spun and made a throw right on target.
Foley was hustling, but Rogers got it to Ryan Jacobs over there at second in time. That'll bring us to the bottom of the fifth, and the Giants have 3 more outs until it could be the end of the game. Here's that last play over to Donald Rogers at short. Well hit ball by Orfanos. Rogers probably made the smarter play. Spun, turned to second for the out. Ryan Jacobs did a good job covering over there. Getting to the base before Foley did. Getting the out.
So we'll go to the bottom of the fifth here while we have a moment and are giving shout outs. Let's give one out to Foxborough Cable Access. They've done a great job here with the production and the camera work, as they always do in multiple sports. Great job, guys.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Also, thanks to all the coaches for helping these little leaguers advance.
It's been a great season.
Definitely has.
Seems like a long, long time ago, back to April, with all the rain, cancellation of the parade. It just seems like a long time ago, but it's been a great season.
Definitely has.
Coming down to the very end here today.
Yep.
And for the minor leagues, last of the fifth in a 6-inning game.
Championship Saturday here at Booth Field in Foxborough, Massachusetts. And it looks like every team from the league is represented here, as there are many kids behind home cheering on these two teams.
Yeah, great turnout.
So,
And you know, Brady, I think that the Giants here are going to have to hold them if they want any shot at coming back.
definitely. But that's not going to be easy with Stefano Lancey. But one of the big stories this game, he's pitched well.
By my count, he's gone 5 full innings, 3 hits, 11 strikeouts, and really wasn't in trouble more than once or twice.
There's a grounder. Ooh, tricky hop there off of Orfanos' throwing hand. Looks like he's fine though. And that'll be a infield single for Stefano Lancey. His first hit of the game. Here's Donald Rogers. Made a nice play last half inning to end the Giants' top of the fifth.
Dang it.
That one low, and Stefano Lancey steals, but late throw there. Lancey's on safely.
Wait, what?
Runner in scoring position now.
How do you know?
Cubs not satisfied with their current lead. Want to add to it. That one a little high, but he pops it up. Oh, nice sliding play there by Orfanos. The third baseman was coming in, and so was the catcher, but out of nowhere, Matthew Orfanos makes a nice sliding play in foul territory.
That was a great play. 3 Giants coming together on that one.
Here's that replay for that great play from Orfanos. Looked like it might have been a little high pitch to swing at, but if there wasn't that great effort by Orfanos, he probably would have had another chance. But great hustle. That might just be a momentum changer. That's another stolen base from Lancey. And Zach Jenkins had a 3-run home run earlier this game to deep left. Back in the first. He'll try to bring in Stefano Lancey over at third. Alfanos knows he's got to be careful. Trying to hit his corners. There's a nice pitch. Finds that bottom outside corner. That one driven out to left field over the outstretched glove of Dylan Quinn. And that'll be the 8th run of the game for the Cubs as Stefano Lancey comes home from third base. And that's the 4th RBI of the game for Zach Jenkins of the 8 runs currently for the Cubs. He's definitely had a great game at the plate. Here's a foul ball right over towards us. Here's another look at that nice hit by Jenkins. Looked like he kind of stopped his swing, but he still got all of the ball. Sent it out to the left center fielder out there. That's also another change in the minor leagues. There are 4 outfielders instead of the usual 3. And the Cubs are out of steals right now, so catcher doesn't have to be worried about Jenkins advancing at first. This is Kirk Leach at bat. He's scored a run earlier this game. Takes a hard swing at that one. Looks like he might just be a little anxious. His coach telling him to just relax, have fun.
Oh, Matthew!
Oh, and another foul ball back here. It's just a little bit outside. Here's a grounder over to second. Benjamin Wasserman makes a nice play over to first, but Jenkins advances. Ooh, he goes all the way to third, but no throw from the first baseman. Jenkins, nice hustle there to get all the way to third on that sacrifice ground out by Kirk Leach. 2 down in the inning. Here's Thomas Marcusella trying to bring in the 9th run for the Cubs. Whether or not the Giants are able to come back in their possibly last half inning, next inning, they've really played a great season and they've made it to the finals, so they're doing something right.
I certainly think that they've come farther.
There's a grounder over to Dylan Quinn at short. Makes the play to first. Nice stretch by the first baseman. And the run will not count by Zach Jenkins there as the out was made. 9-1 in favor of the Cubs coming into the last at-bat in the top of the 6th for the Giants. Here's that last play by Dylan Quinn. Looks like flawless fielding over there. Routine. Makes it look really easy.
Dylan is a very smooth fielder. He's had a great season.
Looks like the Cubs are going to bring in a new pitcher here. Donald Rogers, their closer, hard-throwing lefty. Even though he didn't pitch a full game, Lancey threw great through 5. Did a great job managing with all of the Giants hitters.
He did. That's what you want out of your ace in a championship game.
Looked like the biggest hit he gave up was a double by Dylan Quinn.
That was way back in the first inning.
Only one earned run for him. Donald Rogers really throws hard. He's a big kid. He's got power at the plate, and he's got a strong arm when he pitches. Definitely a double threat. We've also seen him make a few good plays over at short. Just an all-around good ball player. And he'll try to close it out for his Cubs. He's in his last year in the minors, going to advance to the majors next year. And we've got the majors championship coming up later today, which will also be broadcasted on FCA. James Krause going to lead it off for the Giants. He's had 2 strikeouts today, both swinging. Swung hard. Definitely not looking for contact. He's looking for base hit or more.
But you know, if you're the Giants and you got to start somewhere, you're looking at 7 runs down here. James is a great place to start and get that going.
Got the 2, 3, 4 batters here. There's a liner over toward Lancey at short. Ooh, almost caught on the fly there. But he drops it and then he gets the throw over to first, but can't get the speedy Krause, who legs out that infield single. Nice play though by Lancey to stop that one, as it may have been extra bases if it got thrown. Here's Dylan Quinn. He's got the only run of the game so far for the Giants. Giants still have 2 steals. We'll see when they use them. Hard swing there. If you're the Giants, you just need your hitters to make contact. Here, moves the other runners around.
I agree. Just get the ball in play, right?
Yep. That one a hard foul ball. Here's the pitch from Rogers. Lined over the third baseman's head, and that one drops in for a base hit. Great hit by Dylan Quinn, and the Giants have something brewing here.
Dylan remains perfect on the day, 2 for 2 with a walk.
It's been good for the Giants this season. Here's that single again from Dylan Quinn. Gets all of it. Sends it right into that tough part, right between the shortstop, third baseman, and left fielder. Just drops right in there. Great hit. This is Eric Christensen. Rogers throwing hard.
And you have seen a lot of Eric over this season. He's got a great eye.
There's a strike, just barely grazes the outside corner. The Giants have James Krause on second, Dylan Quinn on first, and that one's right back at Rogers, and he gets the out over at first, but that advances the runners. James Krause over to third, and Dylan Quinn over to second. And even though we may be upset with that, that's still a nice sacrifice there.
Yep, and Rogers, for his part, he just composed himself and got the one out. That's all he needs, really. The other two base runners don't matter much at this point, down 7 runs.
That one did hit his ankle, so it doesn't look like it affected him too much, however. Made a nice play, throwing it over to first. That one over the batter's head. This batter, Ben Wasserman. Here's the pitch from Rogers. Swing and a miss there. One out this inning. That was an outside ball. Benjamin Wasserman doing a good job staying calm in this big situation. There's a foul tip back towards the screen. 2-2 count.
Good job staying alive there by Wasserman. He doesn't face a lot of lefties throughout the year.
It's definitely not easy being a lefty facing a lefty pitcher. He's doing a good job, though. That one looked a little inside, but that's strike 3 on swinging, and all Donald Rogers needs is one more out, and his team will win the Minors Championship. Here's another look at that out a few batters ago by Eric Christensen. Nice play by the pitcher, Donald Rogers, getting it done. This is Matthew FYBSA trying to keep it alive for the Giants. Ooh, that's a shot down the left field line, but that just goes foul. He's had a couple big hits over towards the right, but just gets unlucky with them. They drift foul. One-two count here. Here's the pitch from Donald Rogers. That's a grounder out over towards Rogers, bobbled a little bit, but he makes the play over to first, and the Giants have won the Minors Championship. Donald Rogers gets the save, and Stefano Lancy gets the win.
Great job by the Cubs. They had a great year. Good job.
Both teams played really well. Here's another look at that last out. FYBSA, big swing there. Just missed it, seems like. Rogers scoops it up, calmly makes the play.
And again, Brady, I want to echo what you were saying earlier. Great job by all the coaches here. Great job getting both these teams to the finals.
That was a great game by both sides.
And congratulations to the 2013 Cubs.
Yeah, big 3-run home run in the first inning by Zach Jenkins. And pretty much from then, you could see that the Cubs had the momentum. They were the 1 seed, and they played really well.
They did.
Still a great game by the Cubs, though. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm Brady Gardner alongside Chris FYBSA. Thanks for watching, and see you next year for another Minors Championship.
Thank you to everybody. Thanks, Brady.
Alright, can I get everybody's attention, please? First of all, thank you everybody for coming out. It ended up being a beautiful day, and it was a great championship game between the Giants and the Cubs. How about a big round of applause for both teams? You know, it's great to see how much players and each team has improved from the beginning of the season to the end. It's a credit to both coaching staffs, to both teams, to parents for all the practice best they do, and it's really a lot of fun to see how teams improve and really gel throughout the season. So I want to congratulate Coach Arfanos and Coach Clancy. I want to call out Marco Arfanos, who's going to pass out the second place trophy to the Giants.